My name is Rhapsody and welcome back to Hearthstone Arena. Oh yes. Okay, so what have we had recently? We've had like a 10 and a 9 and another number as well. Hunter and Mage are both tied for the least played class. And I don't want to lose. Let's try some Mage. Ooh, interesting. Kieran's All Mage could be okay, but I don't know if it is going to be yet. Whereas Imp Master is generally pretty good because you get to use the 1/1s plus your ping to trade pretty significantly up. As long as your opponent basically doesn't play like a Yeti when they go first. Right? So you have to play the Imp on the 3rd turn, then they get to the 4th turn before you and then play a Yeti. Which is kind of the worst case scenario. Oh, speaking of Yeti. Now, Lance Carrier isn't actually that good, but maybe I can count it not as a 2-drop and then try and, I don't know, maybe I should just go with Explosive Sheep. Yeah, I'll take it. So that's like a 4 mana, 2 damage kind of Flame Strike-ish. Polymorph versus Mirror Entity versus Flame Lance. So I'm so tempted to take the Mirror Entity just because of the ways that you can cheat out secrets. Like, if I got a Mad Scientist Mirror Entity, it's crazy. Whereas Polymorph is the more genuinely accessible pick. Fuck it. Oh, we're hoping. Ooh, Flame Strike. Gurubashi is okay in Mage because you can activate it yourself. I'm not certain how many early game minions we're going to be sustaining on the board, so I'll take it rather than Frostwolf. Kvaldir is completely fine. Kvaldir is a win condition, as far as I'm concerned. Spellslinger is going to help my opponent more often than it helps me. But I don't really have that much synergy with Dalaran Aspirant. And it's still a 3/4. Okay. Take a Polymorph here, because it's a completely fine card. Ooh, Effigy. You could set up Effigy in a really good position. Your opponent kills your Kvaldir Raider, and suddenly you've got a fucking another 5 mana creature on the field. Stampede Kodo is more consistent. I haven't taken any 3s yet. Sorry, I haven't taken any 2s yet, so I have to take the Acidic Swampoos, even though I really want the Silverhand region as well. I need to start respecting my curve a little more. Speaking of, there's another really good 4-drop. Frostbolt versus Flame Juggler. I'll take the Frostbolt, even though I really want the Flame Juggler. Just gonna continue going against my own best interest here. Mech Warper is completely fine because I've got 2 mechs on 4. And because the other 2 cards aren't actually incredible. Ooh, another Mech Warper. Maybe this is a mech deck. That has to be Arcane Missiles because the other 2 suck ass. Maybe it is a mech deck. Maybe I take the Goblin Blast Mage? Unfortunately, the Goblin Blast Mage doesn't get cheated. Oh, but if I cheat out a Mech Yeti, yeah, I'll take it. Let's see how well we can go with this. Master Jouster isn't going to be that good that often. But I think I still have to take it because the other 2 suck ass in this deck. Stormpike for an immediate effect on the board. Bomb Lobber is too powerful. Even if I wanted the mech synergy from Mech Warper, Bomb Lobber is too powerful. Second Flame Strike or Tinkertown? Second Flame Strike. Tinkertown is definitely a consideration, though. Sorcerer's Apprentice is excellent. Stranglethorn Tiger? 1, 2, 3. No, I've got enough late game at the moment. Take this engine. Fuck. Now I have to take this Flame Strike. Now I really wish I took the Tinkertown on the previous pick. With the amount of 2/3s that I have, which is just 2, I guess, I kind of want to take the Shattered Sun, but at the same time, the Water Elemental locks people out of the game. One, 2... I've only got 2, like, viable 3-drops right now. I'll take the Shattered Sun. Whereas a lot of my 4-drops can be 4-drops, or they can be something else. Take the Sunwalker for more consistency in the late game. Northsea Kraken is excellent. Pit Fighter is excellent. Shattered Sun over Frostbolt? Yeah, I need another 2-drop. Oh, that's not a 2-drop. With 2 Shattered Suns, can I afford to take a Dragon Egg? So, how many early game plays do I have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Fuck. It might be Mana Addict. Yeah. That's so saddening. I left picking up my 2-drops until way too late. Having 3 Flame Strikes is really cool, but at the same time I would prefer if one of them was a Tinkertown. But then again, if I have a Mech Warper out in the early game, do I really want a Tinkertown on 3? No, I want a Mechanical Yeti to be downcosted to play on 3. Or a Shattered Sun. So I have 4 different follow-up, really good follow-up plays to a Mech Warper. This Mirror Entity was, in retrospect, entirely incorrect. The rest of this deck looks pretty good, though. 3 Flame Strikes basically means that we just need to get late enough in the game and then crush our opponent's existence. Just all of it. Because, especially since the release of TGT, shit, this happened a little in GVG as well, especially when more cards are added into the rotation, you find the pool of really good mage cards is diluted. So Polymorph, Flame Strike, Fireball, all of those, you get far fewer of them just by virtue of there being more cards to pick from. Excellent gives me some versatility as well. Just by virtue of there being more cards to pick from. So something that becomes really important is if you can pick those incredibly previously powerful cards, you probably should. I'll actually coin the Mech Warper, and there's an interesting reason for this. Well, not interesting, it's shielded minibot. It's always shielded minibot. I want to have the ability to ping it and kill it. It doesn't really matter that much to me if I have to slow down. Yeah, I would have loved if I got another 2-drop, but I didn't. That's fine. Ping attack base. So now they're probably suspecting that the way I was going to be responding to whatever they were going to play was like Frostbolt or Flame Cannon. Or apparently they're not suspecting that. Interesting. Well, actually Frostbolt that one. Because Goblin Blast Mage could come out and kill something. Should be interesting. Get me a very strong hold on the field. That is not good if you hear. Oh my god. Reporting for duty. Oh. Was that as good as it was for you? Sorry, was that as good as for you as it was for me? There we go. That didn't even go amazingly, and it still went well, right? The split would have been like at least 2 damage across the field. Reporting for duty. Okay, so no Truce of a Champion. Because you would have played it. So I've got 2 options here. A Gurubashi or a Shattered Sun. Gurubashi is horrible against the possibility of Kodo. Would he have Kodo'd last turn? No, he wouldn't have. Because then the Kodo gets eaten by the Goblin. So it's horrible against Kodo. The alternative is Imp Master Ping. Imp Master Ping developing that much on board, and then what do I do for my follow-up turns? Not really much. We've got Shattered Sun buff on the Imp Master. That's okay, but not great. I'm gonna just do this so I don't have an, like, instant loss condition. Because the instant loss condition, if I play this, is my opponent plays Kodo. Then I have to trade, and I have nothing big to develop, so I lose. Altar for Sogra is fine. I'm almost tempted to go for Senjin face.
I wonder.
No, that fails horribly to... just anything that gives it Divine Shield. Hand of Protection, Argent Protector, Seal of Champions, etc.
What to do? What to do?
Alright, I'll kill it. I'm not particularly happy about it, but I will do it. Oh well. Oh, let's check what these snapshots are just before I put my phone away. There we go. Done. A friend was actually dyeing their hair and it looked quite nice. But there's no time for that right now. That's not good.
We must cleanse the Sunwell. We must cleanse the Sunwell.
This will decide how many minions I trade. Welcome, Consecration! One of the severe problems there is there's no real way to play without triggering Consecration. So I have 11, 12, 13, 14. 14 if I wanted to go face. See, the thing is, I have a lot of potential. I know my opponent doesn't have Consecration now. And I have a lot of... In fact, I know they don't even have a source of 1 damage, otherwise you kill the Sanjin. No, I have to take advantage of this. I have 2 more Flame Strikes in my deck. I can't not push face this turn because I put them within lethal range. It's really, really solid for me right now. North Sea Kraken isn't amazingly helpful.
Push forward. Push forward.
So you're now on a 2-turn clock. You've got this turn and next turn. And that's if you can wipe my board this turn as well. Okay, that makes sense to draw as soon as you can.
The victory is yours.
It just doesn't make sense to start playing really slow when I know that I have the ability to top deck a number of Flame Strikes, right? So playing really slow there would have been trade a 3-2 into the 3-3, trade a 5-1 and a 1-1 into the 4-6, and then go to face for 4 damage. Generate another 1-1, so I'll have the 1-1 Imp Master and then a 1-1 Imp, and then I'll have a 3-2 at the end of that stage. Then my opponent uses their North Sea Kraken to kill the 3-2, and I have 2 damage on the field, and my opponent has a shitload of life. I might have actually lost that game. I'm tempted. I'm really tempted to keep the Mechanical Yeti at this point, because if I get the other card, you know the other... We all know what the other card is. It doesn't need me to say it, but Mech Warper, if you need me to say... Oh, hello, Mech Warper. So if I did get Mech Warper, like I just got Mech... If I did get... Which I did... Don't fucking coin anything. Please. I need no coin, no Frostbolt, no Flame Cannon. Going up against the Mage for this opening is just atrocious. Don't joust me. Don't joust me. You didn't joust me. We're okay. It's okay. You didn't joust me. But I still have the same weaknesses. Frostbolt, Flame Cannon, Lance Carrier. If my opponent just develops a minion on curve, I might just win. Oh no, that doesn't look good. That looks really good. You know, of all of the things that's ever looked, good is actually one of them. Oh, I'm tempted to even go for... No, no. 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 Don't be dumb, Ryan. Do that later.
Wanted, dead or alive.
Wanted, dead or alive. I'm a cowboy on a steel horse I ride. He sings the opening lyrics to a Bon Jovi. You can't imagine that I'm not going to follow up on that. What are you, insane?
To do.
I'm tempted to Frostbolt that and ping it down over a number of turns. Yeah, because I've either got the 5 to kill it, or I've got a 3 and a ping. Yeah, I'm fine with this. It means that I get to guarantee some value out of Mech Yeti and my hero power. Best case scenario is my opponent plays like a 3-5 or something. Oh, Arcane Shot. I mean, I didn't get something significantly different to that from mine, so... definitely no need to use the Stormpipe Commando in this position.
Wanted, dead or alive.
I'm a cowboy! No, I'm not going to do it every single time. If there's more than one per game. Oh, I'm smiling. I'm doing the thing where I smile. I like it. There's a few ways to deal with this. Ooh. So, Shattered Sun, Whirling... I mean, Shattered Sun, Whirling Blade, and Slam gets through it, but I don't get the draw off the Slam. There's also... I guess Slam Attack. Then develop a Chillwind. That's actually fine. Man, if it was any other class, this would be an excellent draw in that scenario. 8 cards in hands, I mean, ping trades for this, you develop a 4-drop, or you can trade that and then you can develop a 6. That's probably a lot better. But if your 6 doesn't have more than 5 health, you're going to be in for a bad time. You're gonna have to use the ping for value. I'm grinding value out of you. I've got, you know, more cards. I've got more cards than you. Let's face it. I got a lot more cards than you. Because I'm going first, so the game is determined by when I start my turn, how many cards do I have in advantage over them. And it's a lot. It's a lot of cards.
I wonder.
Tazdingo! Yeah.
I'm tempted to buff Tazdingo. No, it should be okay to do this.
Cleanse the Sunwell.
I don't want to trade into that just yet, because I'm not actually playing into Flamestrike right now. Worst case scenario, I'm playing into Fireball, and then my opponent won't be really able to develop much after that. As expected. Oh, that actually makes... That all makes my play a lot better. Because my play next turn was going to be Storm plus Arcane plus Fire Blast to clear the board. Okay, we'll do Arcane first. Worst split of all time. It's actually really bad. Do I take this as a sign they don't have single target removal? Because I can't play into Flame Strike, can I? Is this even extending into Flame Strike if I Stormpike and do stuff? You know what? I don't think it is. So, look at the board state. I have a 5-2 and I have a 4-2, right? Pretty bad. Pretty bad against Flame Strike. But, if my opponent Flame Strikes this board, I get the tempo on the field right back. I've got Qualia Raider and, you know, a few things that'll help me populate my board. I have the ability to re-establish the board in my own fashion. It's not that bad for me. This isn't overextending into Flame Strike. By much. That's pretty bad. That is pretty bad. Well, at least it hit the okay target. Mind games. What? What? You fucker!
I enjoy raiding.
That is not okay. I'm just glad they had to waste their unstable portal as well.
Your mother was a Murloc.
Your mother was a Murloc. That's really good. That's really good. Hang on. Because then this costs 1. Although I guess the ping wouldn't be that bad either. Although now I get to ping there. I'm even tempted to finicky. Oh, I should have finickied. Yeah, I should have finicky cloak fielded that. Because then my opponent needs to taunt or they lose, right? Just play Imp. Oh no, but Tinkers isn't guaranteed to hit it. Okay. Ooh, Flame Lance. Don't fucking Flame Lance me. Frostbolt. Finicky. I've got a 50-50 at lethal right now. Can I make that 100? So, ping, attack, finicky, then Qualia. It's 50-50 no matter what I do. But obviously I don't want to finicky that. Alright, 50-50. Well played. Oh, that was fun. That was fun. Right up until the end, and then a little bit past the end as well. It was fun for the whole time. You can use the search field in your collection to find all cards with taunt. That's it. You can only find cards with taunt. You can't find anything else. Just taunt. We're yet to implement the rest. Oh, my hair is unruly today. Too much of it.
Your soul shall be mine.
Even if I don't want to cut it off, I do need to clean it up. Oh. That's a heavy hand. I might have to use the coin as a 0 mana buff on him. Oh no. It's not okay. Here are the strats. Here's the pro strats. We ping it. We set ourselves up for the ability to ping it next turn. If this draws out a Dark Bomb, it's optimal. Demon Fuse? Am I gonna lose to Demon Fuse and Arena?
Possibilities.
Nope. We both life tap on turn 2. It's okay. You life tap, I life tap, we both life tap. Let's life tap together. They're probably gonna go face though. I mean, I guess what they think is worst case scenario, I have unstable portal or something like that. Which I didn't, so congratulations. So I had to use the coin, unfortunately, to even that out, just because my opponent's 1-drop was of such high value. Typically, 1-drops aren't as valuable as that one. But then again, Zombie, Chow Gadgets, and Jouster. They're pretty good recently. But for those ones, coining the Mech Warper would have been amazing, because it attacks them, and then pings them, and then we win. Alas, such a thing did not occur. Master's fine. If you want to trade for that, I get to ping you and develop it too. Or I can just trade my 3-drop straight for your 3-drop and develop Ascension. Depends on what you developers you're for. If your 4 kills the Mech Warper without any issues, then I'm definitely going to have to go with the Ascension play. Thank you. So I should focus a little more on the arenas that we're going to be fighting in, because if the TGT arena shows up, there's some really cool stuff I want to do with it. Shadow Bolt, Soulfire. Kept in the opening hand. I gotta say Soulfire.
So many possibilities.
Excuse-moi. I'm almost certain at the start of the Corrupting Player's turn. Yeah, so I develop the 1-1 regardless. That doesn't really make much sense. Unless you're about to attack face, and you just don't want me to... Okay, my opponent is clearly a genius who knows something I don't. I mean, that's probably a really, like, best case corruption. I didn't have anything to trade into, so I just got to do 1 damage to face. Yeah, it's all in all not a bad usage of corruption. It's just I question the usage of it at all. That's not fair. It's actually moving up in the Hearth Arena rankings because Edukta was talking about it not being that bad. Especially when dealing with big minions that don't have anything to sufficiently trade for. But I guess cases like this, where there's small minions that don't have anything sufficiently... I have a ping! Are you insane? They have to have Hellfire. They have to have Hellfire because they can't come back in the game after this. It's Mech Warper ping for 5, and then I get to kill this with just a 1-1. Shit, I could even try and kill it with just this engine, but that's super greedy. And would lose me the game against yeah, actually, if you revealed that to attack that, that would probably tell me more Hellfire rather than less. But you didn't kill it. I'm very wary of the possibility of Hellfire. So attack, Bomb Lobber could kill this. Then my opponent Hellfires, doesn't have anything they can follow up with, hopefully. That's not actually that bad. That's also a good play. I think denying entirely the value of the Jungle Panther they've been keeping away from the rest of the field is okay. But I'm also looking at it like, do I really want to lose a Mech Warper, Ascension Shield Master, and a 1-1 to a Hellfire. Like, that's a little much. See, at the moment, these two Mech Warpers in my hand, when they're on the field, rather, they're actually in my hand. They're a 3 mana discount if I draw, say, the other thing, the whatchamacallit, Mechanical Yeti, right? This one decounts this by 1, and then both of them on the field decounts the other by 2. 3 mana discount.
I will enjoy.
So the development we can place on the board after that is
Someday I'll be just like you. Hurry up. Portals online.
okay, so now my opponent is 2 mana crystals behind me, and I'm really fearing for their sanity. They have a lot more cards than me, it's completely true. They've been life-tapping the hell out of their face. They're 2 cards deeper in their deck, according to that. Yeah, they were on the draw, I was on the play. So they're 2 cards ahead. They should only be 1 card, but they've life-tapped more than that. Have I drawn cards? I don't remember drawing any cards. This doesn't make sense. Did I have the coin? I didn't have the coin, did I? Hang on. So they were on 7. Oh shit! I had the coin! So I was on the draw, so they're 3 cards ahead of where they should be. Right, 3 life taps. Makes sense. I couldn't tell that I was on the... I couldn't tell that I was on the draw because of the way that my opponent's been playing. Okay, if they develop the Harvest Golem, they don't have Flame Strike. Sorry, Flame Strike, Hellfire. That is fine. I think I'll go for the board clear here. Yeah, definitely going for the board clear.
Hurry up. Portals online. Engage.
I'm really hoping that one turn they just decide, hey, it's time. Let's flood the board. And then I just, no. This, if you've ever seen the Magic the Gathering, it's a picture of a card. I think it's a counterspell of some sort. I can't remember what counterspell it is though. You'll have to forgive me my ignorance of many Magic the Gathering things I haven't played in a very long time. But there was this really popular picture of a counterspell that basically, for its description text, just said no. I love that. I love a lot of the, like, for lack of a better word, like, in-jokes in the Magic the Gathering community. And I like how Hearthstone is starting to get some of them as well. Like, a really good example would be combos that do nothing. Like, you can just waste a bunch of cards doing nothing hilariously. And there's gimmick Magic decks built entirely around the concept of doing that. And I can't remember what it was. It was one earlier this year. Third win, by the way. Earlier this year on our Hearthstone, there was, like, this huge thread. Was it Prep Coin? Because Prep makes your next spell cost 3 less, and then Coin gives you 1 mana, but it counts as a spell, so you basically made your cost... You've made your coin cost 0 instead of 0, and wasted the buff of Prep. No, I don't think it was that. There was some other thing, and I was talking to a Magic the Gathering player, and they were basically saying, yeah, you've now got your own Storm of Crows? Something? It might have been Storm of Crows. But it was just like, yeah, your game is now legitimate because you've got your own in-joke based on that kind of a ruthless waste of efficiency. Which I really liked. I also like permission decks, just like the idea of I play this? No. No, you don't. Although we don't really have much of that in Hearthstone, because you can't interact with your opponent's turn. I used to play a red-blue Is It, which was really fun. Except some of the only counters that I really ran into were Remand. So instead of counter, it was that goes back in your hand. No, that goes back in your hand. No. Back. Or was it back to the top of the deck? I can't even remember what Remand did. I think it is to the top of the deck, actually. Gosh, I'm dumb these days. Shut up if you're about to say just these days, eh? I'm onto your tricks. Spellslinger. Is my opponent gonna spellsling me? No.
Wanted, dead or alive.
Fuck! Oh! No! I got a horrible one.
Thank you.
Oh, fuck me, it's cleave. I lose entirely off the back of that. God damn it. That's like so not okay. So this is what I meant when I said Spellslinger might lose us more games than it wins us. Because if we have to play it when we're in an advantageous position, all we're really doing is drawing a card and giving our opponent a chance to possibly draw a way better one. It's huge RNG factor that we can't really sustain a lot of the time. And definitely at the moment we cannot sustain it. That was appallingly bad. Being able to develop a minion and, I don't even know if I can explain in human words how horrid that was for us. Absolutely abysmal. We might actually be able to come back in this. So I can use the Stormpike Commando for immediate removal, or I can try and go for the Pit Fighter play. I think I hold off on the Pit Fighter because it's more important in the later game.
I've got a huge guy.
And I designate it to be more important in the later game, mostly because of the fact that it'll survive Flame Strike. So if my opponent is threatening Flame Strike the turn after, I can just say, Pit Fighter, you can't do it, because not only can't you Flame Strike it, but you can't Flame Strike and ping it to remove it. Oh, another one of the plays I was considering was ping Mirror Entity.
You're in trouble now.
Ready.
Mechanical Yeti plus Goblin Blast Mage is going to be pretty important. So's having the North Sea Kraken, but the fact that we have them all this early is not that good, because I can't play Mechanical Yeti Goblin until turn 8, I can't play North Sea until turn 9, so basically I'm top decking at the moment, and it doesn't look like I'm top decking to my opponent, but I am top decking.
I wonder.
Damn it.
Welcome to the Grand Tournament,
Oh,
champion.
fuck me dead. I don't know if I can win against that.
I fight dirty.
It now deals 2 damage. It's twice as good as my hero power. So this isn't going to be killed next turn, because you ping this. And you probably trade for the Mech Yeti, so I have to hold off on the Mech Yeti if I want to do anything with it. Wow. That hurts so much. You know what I should have done? I should have run the Imp in so that my opponent thinks this is Effigy. Because if they do, and they currently do know, that it's mirror image, I mean, it's fucking obvious. So all they have to do is play something that isn't great.
Eyes are open.
God, this is bad. Make the trade I'm always gonna make. See, if I use Mech Warper Goblin, I can also ping. I have to do that.
Hurry up! Portals online!
It's a pretty good split. It's not great. It's just I have to constantly, like, my opponent has so much more reach now, because when they attack this into this, it is 1 mana out of reach. Sorry, 1 damage out of reach of death, right? So their normal ping would kill it. But now I have to calculate so many more different things killing them. Oh, it's not okay. That's a really, really good card. And it's not, you know, super vulnerable to too many different things. Or it's not made more vulnerable by the fact of its existence. This is also really good for that.
Tadingo! Yeah.
So because these are 5 health, 4 plus 2 is no better than 4 plus 1. And 2 plus 2 is no better than 2 plus 1, because it doesn't kill it. So the health positioning that we're doing right now is immaculate. And it's mostly off the strength of our card draws. I can't claim any of it for far. Come on! No! I can't sustain that level of value. Oh, God. Okay. Shattered, ping, attack. Ping, attack, clears board. But Flame Strike doesn't do anything right now. So why don't I just Flame Strike? Ping, Flame Strike, attack. Oh, it's ping, Flame Strike, attack. Fuck. It's not even that much better.
What to do?
It always starts with the ping. That it's either Shattered Sun, buff this attack, that attacks that, that attacks that. I lose my board. Oh, this is so painful. I hate that this exists, especially because I don't have, like, it's not that I could cast it to, you know, deny, haha, lol, I'm gonna deny your hero power. Well, not hero power, your counterspell or something like that. I can't even do that. It doesn't, I can't even generate a fucking minion. To take 6 damage to face this turn. Of course you got that. Why wouldn't you have gotten that? No, there's no way to buff that enough. May as well just leave my opponent's minion on the field.
We must cleanse the Sunwell.
I meant no way to buff my card enough to make a significant change to the board state. Not this. I didn't mean this. So I can have more cards than them all that I want, but I'm on a 7-turn clock. And if they can generate minions and I can't, it doesn't matter. See, if I play the Shattered Sun, it's a 3 mana +1/+1 buff. It does nothing. Not by itself.
Hurry up.
We must cleanse the Sunwell.
And then the worst case scenario is that my opponent is holding a card that just clears it. This is useless. This is primarily useless. This does nothing right now. So if this is...
Knowledge is power, and I know a lot.
Crossbow.
Taste the mana.
I'm so sad that I have to do this.
I can't do that.
Okay. I can't even use Savagery to buff her! God damn it! Oh, I can only use Emergency Coolant.
Drink with me, friend.
Ping my face? That's not great. Because you're assuming in this scenario that I'm gonna be killing that, but I'm gonna be freezing that. This is huge. This is absurdly good. Hang on. So I know I attack the face. So ping that. Or ping the face. Ping the face, it goes down to 8. But then I have to top deck a spell for lethal next turn. Got 1 Flame Strike left in the deck and a Frostbolt. But the Frostbolt will do it by itself. I'm not gonna do the 1 in 10. I'll try and remove this. They're the best top decksmen of all time. Are you fucking kidding me? I can play it. If I lose this match due to that, I am so sorry. You can play it. I could have played it. Okay. If this minion is not taunt, heal, and or the ability to kill my minion on board, you lose. Justica. Justica in arena for a mage. You have to understand how huge that is. Mages in arena are so powerful, not only because of their... Oh, okay, it doesn't even help me. But not only because of their base class cards being amazing, but also because of this beautiful little thing that they have, with the hero power being the best of all of them in arena, almost entirely undisputably. Making that better is absurd. The fact that we top decked a lot of 5 health minions and our opponent had a lot of 2 attack to 4 attack minions instead of things that would be traditionally more powerful was really, really important for us. We can't keep the Mana Addict as not know the gameplay. It was really, really important for us. And that's, I'm going to say, one of the most consequential assets of our success there.
Hello.
My greetings.
Unlucky early game draws. I might have to coin out the Imp Master. Yeah. So I'll coin out the Imp Master so that I can try and respond to this with a ping the turn after. It might even be Arcane Missile's ping to try and remove. So... I mean, like, if I'm ever going to use Arcane Missile's ping, it'll be turn 3 right now. After my opponent generates something else. Well, they hero power, that's cool too. Wish I had a 3-drop. No recent Arcane Missiles or ping. Basically, it's just 3 damage. I'm sorry, Arcane Missiles and ping. That's just buying 3 damage to the face that I don't need. Expected. Best case scenario for me was... No, I can hold off on that. Best case scenario for me was my opponent, for whatever reason, decides to hero power to kill this and then develop a 2-drop. Because then they're developing their 2-drop into my Sentient Shieldmaster, and that's not okay. This has a chance to take care of both of them, whereas Stormpike takes care of one of them and allows my opponent to respond to the other. It's a little more risky.
Elune, guide my lance.
Drink with me, friend.
Oh, whoa! That is ab-fucking-surd. They just rocketed up in mana, and I can't do anything about it. I'll use this, hoping to get the 1 damage ping on this. I've got 2, excellent. Whoa. Okay, I need to use Flame Strikes amazingly. There's... So they got the battle cry off of it. Oh, fuck me dead. So yeah, they got the battle cry effect off of it twice, and then only lost 1 mana crystal. So it's basically like they played a 2 mana Wild Growth, right? But they didn't have to put a Wild Growth in their deck, which is pretty important and a significant difference. Oh my fucking god. Okay, I have to use my first Flame Strike here. Do I? Yeah.
Someday I'll be just like you.
It's the only way that I get to clear the board and still have a board state to speak of. And yet they get 2 spare parts out of it, which, just, let's face it, spare parts are pretty fucking good. When you have a lot of them and your opponent has none. God.
I enjoy rain.
Like, any decent player is going to be able to find a position for their Flame Strike to be... Sorry, for their... thing. Whatever it is. To be the best it possibly can be. That's 8, so I can't do it. Because I need to buff the Cavalier as the turn I play it.
I enjoy raiding.
I'm tempted to ping Face and Frostbolt that... Oh yeah, that's correct. Ping Face, Frostbolt. Druids don't have amazing single target removal. I'm really hoping they don't have the ability to remove this. I don't want to play Spellslinger unless I'm almost guaranteed to win that turn, because if I give my opponent strong removal, then I put myself in a pretty bad situation. Okay, that costs them a lot of mana to do, and it's also going to cost them 5 health. So it's not actually that bad for me, especially considering I still have a minion on the field. I might actually have to play Spellslinger. Fuck. Yeah, I have to.
Wanted, dead or alive.
Gimme lethal. Not lethal. 1 off, but not lethal. Just watch my opponent fucking Flame Strike me, hero power my face, and put themselves out of lethal range. Just watch. Ah, never mind. Okay, I don't need to tell them that I got Polymorph. I can just tell them, yo, I won thanks to Spellslinger. 5 and 0. Well played.
Well played.
Oh man. TGT Arena is insane. So that Flame Strike turn, I need to know whether or not that was correct. I gave my opponent 2 spare parts. Fuck, imagine a spare part deck running Mech Bear Cat and like a bunch of Mech Yetis and stuff like that. And the whole point is to get Rewinding Switch. So, sorry, Rewinding Time, whatever it's called. The Rewinding one, the 1 mana, bounce it back to your hand. Play Darnassus, bounce it back, play Darnassus, bounce it back.
Tear you apart.
Oh man. I can't keep Mirror Entity. Mirror Entity is turning out to be one of the weaker cards in my entire deck. Which is... Oh. If my opponent doesn't have a turn 1 play, this could... No, they have to have a no turn 2 play as well. Yeah, that is a classic turn 1 play that they definitely have. So I can't do my shenanigans. Ping, please? Please slow it down, baby. Slow it down, you're moving too fast. I'm tempted to Mirror Entity, but...
Online.
So with a Mono Worm on turn 1, you can't guarantee that they've got a Frostbolt or a Flame Cannon to follow it up, but they're things that you heavily prioritize. Shit. Yeah, I cannot afford this. Oh, what? Am I gonna get Fire Blasted and rolled over? I can't afford the significant tempo loss that it would be to ping them down, because I don't have anything to play alongside the ping. And then ping, instead of use the 1/1. Okay, that's really good for me. Slows them down, slows them down. If I draw a 2-drop, I'll happily ping and play the 2, but... This is a rushdown deck. So having Flame Strike here is really... Oh, thank you. Having Flame Strike here is really good, because it's much more likely for a deck like this to flood the board and then to suddenly try and just overwhelm, basically. And if they take that risk against Flame Strike, I might just win. Face, face, face! It's the greatest. Unfortunately, I do have to kill this instead of this. Is that true? Is that strictly true? Yeah, it's strictly true. Because if they start removing with spells and stuff, there's nothing I can do. Right? They'll just have a Mono Worm get out of control. That was so unlikely, and the fact that it went my way was incredible. I wouldn't expect to lose this joust, just because my deck's composition is... Yeah. My opponent has not shown a high end to their deck's composition, whereas I very much have, by not playing anything until now. The thing is, if they just have like a super high mana legendary, like Dr. 7 or Ronin or something like that, you might just still be blown out of the water by it. That shield was very important. Okay. Both frozen. Both strong. Both frozen. I can use this to bait the possibility of that being counterspell. And I can use Mech Warper to bait another thing as well. Mirror Image.
Online.
That was unlikely. This Flame Strike is pretty bad for me, but I have the ability to set up the board in a decent position afterwards. Plus, they still have to trade 2 of their minions.
You're in trouble now.
Pit Fighter. Interesting. I'm tempted to use my Flame Strike. That's wrong. That's definitely wrong. Is it? So, at the moment, that's either, like, effigy or duplicate. So I definitely kill this first. I'm gonna have to leave both of my minions on 1 health. And then I guess I develop the Taunt. The Divine Shield. So that they don't have... So they have too many targets to ping. Because, like, attack, ping, attack... All of them leave my things on 1 health, unless I use Frostbolt and stuff like that. And I definitely want to get the Sunwalker out this time. Alright. Effigy or duplicate? Effigy?
Ah, this guy's toast.
It's fine.
Time runs out on me.
So that's their primary ping target. They also want to ping this, but I don't know if they can afford to this turn. So that means they're probably not going to attack with this SI7. Unless they've got Flame Strike in hand. Attack, Flame Strike, ping. Pretty good.
Fine, I'll heal.
Fine, I'll heal. That's my impersonation of you. And that's the end of the turn. Excellent. I can push 5 damage to face if I let them ping next turn. But this is going to lose Divine Shield anyway the turn. You know what? Yeah, push the 5 damage to face. It's pretty important. Well, it's not actually important, but keeping the Divine Shield when there's nothing to contest it and my opponent's more likely to just ping it away later is not important.
I'll show them. I'll show them all.
Exactly, I wouldn't have killed that this turn, so the Divine Shield would have stayed. And then it would have got pinged off.
Shall prevail.
So if I refused to ping that turn, I could have developed the Mana Addict. They'd be on 18... At least I have a good card to play against that. But seriously, what? I'm gonna assume the reason they're going face with that instead of trading and trying to develop their minion is because they know that the minion they're gonna get, the secret they're gonna get is Mirror Entity. So it can't summon it. I really don't want to develop the Mana Addict this turn.
I can taste the mana. I can taste the mana.
Just because it also allows me to develop that. Maybe I should have just taken that a lot slower. Okay. How much face damage do I have this turn? 10, 11, 12, 13. 13 face damage. Not good enough. Not good enough. Oh, that's an interesting way to get rid of this problem. Attack. Ping, buffing this. And then time rewinded that to make that trade with that and then attack the face. Forcing my opponent basically to not have any minions on board whatsoever. Yeah. See, I was scared they'd have the possibility of removing that, and then they'd get the buff. Like, what if they got Frostbolt to kill the Mech Yeti, and then just any spare part that doesn't bounce it back into the hand? Played it, had the Mana Addict buffed up again to kill the Kvaldir Raider, and then the board state is basically back to normal, except I have a 1-3. that wouldn't have been great for me because a lot of the things I would have been top decking would have been things that are responses to earlier game plays, like Flame Strike. If my opponent is top decking, Flame Strike is going to kill 1, maybe 2 minions max if I bait them. Not that great for me. 6-0, however, is pretty great. With one more win, this deck officially becomes above my average for TGT. Well, it's TGT in the, like, tail end of GVG. Because it's in hundreds of episodes rather than expansions. Oh, it looks like the server... It looks like Hearthstone may have crashed. I'll let it work through it rather than trying to force an exit, because if I try and force an exit, there's the possibility that Hearthstone says, hey, you conceded a match. I didn't concede, Hearthstone. You conceded. I never concede. No one remind me of all of those times I did. Hearthstone, you okay, buddy? There's no maintenance scheduled. Battle.net is still up. Oh, okay, it was just taking an extraordinarily long time. Usually when the cancel button disappears, like it was hovering there, usually as soon as that disappears, you're going immediately into a match.
Fight with honor.
I don't know if I can keep Frostbolt early. I'll do it because I don't want to be left out with a 2, without a 2. No, but I'm on first. Ooh, Explosive Sheep is actually really good. Yeah, I need to refigure my way of dealing with paladins because shielded minibot, you lose the game, right? Explosive Sheep is really good though. For dealing with shielded minibots. Is my opponent also having connection issues? Is this gonna be a free win? It might be. It may well be. I can see my phone all the way over in the distance and I'm like, I should check that. God. I'm so very 2000s. DStew015? You want to play the game, buddy? Buddy? Yeah, there you are. Accepted all of his cards. What a baller. And, if I may say so myself, a shot caller. If he develops a... Sorry, assumptive. If they develop a shielded minibot, I just immediately go for explosive. I don't know if I explosive against that. Because Frostbolt can't answer a minibot, whereas it can answer a 2-2 and a 2-3 and a 2-3. I think Explosive Sheep actually has more versatility, at least in the early game where I don't have a board developed. And it looks like I'm not going to have a board developed for quite some time. So, it should be a lot better for me. Ooh.
Reporting for duty.
Interesting. I'm fine with slowing this down. Especially because next turn I have Explosive Sheep ping. So if I'm really scared, I can do whatever I want. That's muster for battle levels of scared.
For the crusade!
3-drop. Sorry. I was really hoping that 2 of them were going to hit. It's a 50-50. 2 of them hit or 2 of them hit face. You know, that's kind of the average performance. I was really hoping. Really hoping, because then I'd just develop the Mana Addict.
Trogzor. Trogzor.
Wanted, dead or alive.
That's a fine example of a card. I've got to think, worst case scenario, worst case scenario, worst case scenario. It's, at the moment, things like Blessing of Kings, Seal of Champions. That's not the card I gave you, that one is. That's pretty bad, though. Developer 1-1?
It's time for a little blood.
God, I give them so much damage on my face. Yeah. I'm gonna take 12 face damage to try and clear this board with a 1-1. See, the thing is, I can't let that Avenge buff this, and then this is a 9-3. It's too much. And if they find some way to play around it, I've got Flame Strike to remove the entire board. Yeah, that counts as some way to play around it. And then I have Flame Strike to remove the entire board. Huh? Redemption? Not what I was expecting at all. I was expecting Avenge. Redemption's fine, because then I can just ping that next turn, develop a Sunwalker. A Sunwalker's a fucking amazing card. I've got a lot of my late game in my hand, look, North Sea Kraken, Sunwalker especially. So I'm not particularly hopeful for the chances of this Master Jousting well for me. It did well though. Fuck. Redemption again. So Master Jouster dying to that in one hit is not okay. Like, it's not okay in any sense of the word, so I have to develop this. Even though it means you can pop the shield and then attack, but that sets me up for a cleave or a ping. Well, of course that happened. I forgot to play around that, my apologies. I'm gonna be really good when we go into top decking, but up until that point, you're gonna be a little shaky. Just a little. It's good for me. It's a 4-4, it's below the average curve.
Reporting for duty. Reporting for duty.
So they're pushing. They're pushing real hard. Aldor Peacekeeper, Humility, these things are usually really bad against big minions, but... and I'm dead. Yeah, didn't really play around that Siphon Soul. That's my bad right there. And didn't get to use our cleave. So any spell... Look, the Shattered Sun just hovering over there. Any spell that wasn't Siphon Soul would not have been enough for our... Well, I don't want to say that. Any spell that wasn't hard removal would not have been enough. But that was particularly egregious. It's funny right up until it isn't. Okay, 6 and 1. At least let's get to 7 and 1, please. 7 to honor the number of the Flame Strike. Oh, hello, Flame Strike. But also, you're a warrior? I love you. I adore you. You're actually playing warrior at 6 wins. That's a semi-viable deck right there. Come on. Oh, this is what I get for mulliganing a fucking 2-drop because it's suboptimal. No 2-drops to follow. And the 3-drop that I have is unplayable.
It's getting hot in here.
So hot. I have to. I can't try and hold it for a weapon. Best thing about doing this right now is my opponent doesn't have the coin, so they can't coin Armorsmith. Sorry, well, that's a 50-50. Fuck. They can't coin the ability to possibly kill me instantly with the... God, I suck with words. They would be able to coin the ability to kill it instantly with the... Arathi Weaponsmith. There we go. That's what I meant. Okay, it looks like it takes both of these to kill this engine. It's a pretty good position to be in. If that misses, yeah, now you got some trouble. Oh, you got trouble. You got trouble right here in River City, and starts with T and it rhymes with P, which stands for pool. Oh, you got trouble. I'm tempted to go for Arcane Ping. Try and remove as much of the board as possible. But this is also really good. And is less RNG reliant. The Arcane Missiles at that point had a 50-50 to kill the Shattered Sun, which would prevent it from straying into the Senjin. Which is really, really good. But also not good enough. I can't roll that 50-50. This Stampeding Kodo is absurd. Like, this is a... So, there's 3-5 worth of stats for a beast. Let's call it a 4-drop. It's 1 mana to destroy your opponent's 3-drop without any extra card or extra investment on your part. It's so good. I don't need to protect myself from anything from my opponent at the moment, so the Master Jouster has more stats, so I want to develop it first. Hey, even got the Joust on it. It's going to be very difficult for my opponent to deal with my stuff right now. So I can Mech Warp a Goblin Blast Mage Arcane Missiles next turn in order to send out 7 pings worth of random damage. Oh shit. They got life for days, yo. Who do I want to lose the health on? This one, I think. Because then it goes down to 3, which is outside of cleave range. But this doesn't go down to 5, which is key because it's outside of Arcanite Reaper range. Prepare to lose. Was that what you said?
Truth is my shield.
I don't know about that one actually. Maybe I should have just tried to set up for lethal. How would I set? I can't set up for lethal off this board. Okay. You're fucking kidding me, right? You have to be kidding me. 25% chance. Nails it. On an epic, so it's not something you play around. You don't play around epic cards because, well, guess what? You're not at all likely to face them. So I've got 7 random damage, which would all have to go there. Or I could just try and go direct. That is absurd. Oh, I can bounce it back! Oh shit, if there's a minion with less than 7 damage, and a minion with... I might kill something, bounce it back, and then... Oh! This could be really good. Okay, they're definitely going... Like, they don't think they can do anything but go face right now. That makes sense. I have 2 more trigger minions for the Goblin Blast Mage. So I do have to wait on those. I think the attack time reminder kill again might actually be a really good idea. Prevents this weapon from getting out of hand. Prevents my opponent from bouncing. To get more weapon charges. Or I could just Storm Pike ping. That's lame. Lame. But also responsible.
I can taste the mana.
Dang it. No. There we go. I hate playing responsibly. So they've got a lot of shield blocks in their deck, so I have to also assume that they have a shed load of fucking minions in their deck. No, sorry, minions, spells. Mirror entity, interesting. Oh no! Oh, rip you! Rip?
What a rush.
Oh, I just noticed that one. If that didn't work, I play Mirror Entity and then the 5 clears it up. Does my opponent have a second brawl? I wouldn't be surprised, actually, so... I should probably hold off on being cocky about it. Arcanite Reaper. That was from the top deck, though, so... Playing around it for all this time hasn't been an incredibly strategic decision, apparently. As long as that's not taunt, I have lethal. Yep. Well played.
Well played. Push forward.
Darn root.
Whoops.
I'm so dumb.
We must cleanse the
I
Sunwell.
attacked with this too early. Can he punish us hard enough that we can't win anymore? Please don't do it. Oh, okay. Oh, never mind. They're back. From outer space. I just walked in to find you here with that sad look upon your face. If they can remove this with some... Okay, thank you. Well played. Yeah, I fucked that up severely. Why are you mad? Because my pussy pops severely and yours don't? Yeah, it's... I don't even have any excuses for that. That was atrociously bad. But all in all, you know, there have been some good plays that we did as well that should make up for that one being so outrageously bad. Wow. You attack with the 3-2, you bounce it, you buff the other one, you attack the face, and then you ping, right? 0 health after all of that. Can't keep a Spellslinger, especially if I don't have any other cards in the other game. If I don't have a 2-drop. If I had a 2-drop, I'd keep it. Justin Bear. The amount of games that we've been missing early drops and we still managed to kind of, like, equalize is incredible. And it's starting to get to me a little. You know, if you just coin a 2-drop, as long as it's not a 2-3, I'll play explosives. Oh, fuck yes. That's a 3-drop. 2-drop. I said 2-drop. No, come back here. I said 2-drop. Don't tell anyone. I said 2-drop. I'm a competent player. Just don't coin a 3 against me. Doesn't look like they're planning on it. Coin's all the way over here. Well, actually, it's here. Okay. Even that's not that bad. Flame Cannon the Acidic Swampoos all day. I don't give a shit. Couldn't give less of one. That, however, I'm not super keen on. The strats actually face.
Cleanse the Sunwell.
What? Interesting. It's face because I can't respond to that right now, whereas developing more minions on the board will give me a more diverse range of options to respond. At least you can't ping this. At least you can't ping that to follow up. But wow, that's not okay. Yeah, that's the attack. You don't do the fucking 3-1. The 3-1 is my job. What? Are you doing that so that I can't remove the Goblin Blood? That's wrong. That's wrong and you know it, son. Feel free. I don't know why you did that. I guess I'm pretty happy about it. Because I'm not gonna trade my thing into that. I'm just gonna get more 1/1s. Do you, like, coin Blizzard this turn? What is it you have that made that correct? Explosive Sheep is, incidentally... Oh, coin Blizzard. Explosive Sheep is incidentally really, really black. It was. Yep. Punished!
Tadingo!
It's this difficult burden I have to wear on my shoulders where I'm right so often, but I'm always right about things that make me sad. It's a horrible superpower, right? I only have the ability to be correct when it's about things that disadvantage me. Somehow I need them to play like super into Flame Strike or something like that. That'd be really good for me. Because I don't really have any minions to develop for a while. If they play super into Explosive Sheep instead of Loom Strike, what am I talking about? Instead of into Flame Strike, I'd be okay as well.
Squire, attend me.
Ready, sir.
Yeah, no, I can't do that. So if they're smart enough, they're gonna know the way to San Jose. They're gonna know the way that they can, like, develop a minion that they don't want to have, and that will also die for me. And then Explosive Sheep, and hey, yay! I found a tricky way around it. But I had the mana and I needed to develop something this turn, so... Now they know it's not counterspell. Then they go for the ping on it, and 4-1 goes to face, and then I have to ping the 4-1. Oh, well, actually, that's correct as well, because it's going to die anyway. So you just... Is that correct? No, you could have gotten 1 more damage if you pinged it instead and went to the face with the 2. That's incorrect. I could be on 18 health right now. Dead or alive. Good news. I have a spell to trigger counterspell with. Bad news? My opponent also has a spell that is almost certainly of higher value than Powered Glory. Sheesh, buddy. Well, shucks. You know what I can't develop right now? This thing. Okay. I don't even want to develop the Mech Yeti. But, like, North Sea Kraken has to come out next turn. So Mech Yeti has to come out this turn. Please be Effigy or do fuck. I hate having to eat that loss right there. Yep. Opponent's been playing really well. It's just kind of unfortunate how it's been going for me. Is your Flame Strike? Okay, it looks like you have to trade something at least. Or not. Trade. Trade. You'll get 2 spare parts using a Mana Worm. Oh, 2 reversing switches. Hey. That's pretty bad. Actually, a 7-9 North Sea Kraken is a lot better than a 9-7 North Sea Kraken. So for 10 mana, I can play that. Piloted Shrito. They're baiting Flame Strike. That's actually really good. Problem is they're baiting Flame Strike and I can't ignore it. I have to... Do I have to Flame Strike right... See, if I Flame Strike right now, I can't develop anything alongside. I have to do this instead. Switch it. See, now Fireball kills me, but... Flame Strike, don't develop anything, leave my opponent to develop as much as they want. That also kills me, just over a longer period of time.
Squire, attend me.
That's pretty good.
Ready, sir.
They're definitely still playing around Flame Strike. They don't want to develop anything else. On 8 mana, they have that much in hand and don't want to develop anything else. Although at this point, I'm tempted to Flame Strike. Although it might be too late. Attack ping. Yeah, there's nothing I can really do here. Opponent needs 1 damage to kill me. Yeah, just not being able to hit, like, almost any of my curve was pretty brutal. I don't even know what could save me at this point. Basically nothing. Another Flame Strike? I'll attack this one because then I'll be able to Flame Strike the remainder. Oh. Well, isn't that fun? No secret? Yeah, no secret. Excellent. And concede. Well played. 7-2. With the benefit of, like, hindsight, there's a lot of things I can see that I did in that game that needed to have been done better, but also drawing is a huge part of it. Having something to play on a bunch of the turns where my opponent was developing things and I wasn't able to develop anything would have been pretty important.
Jaina versus Valera.
Chieto.
Watch your back.
You asked for it.
Interesting, I'll keep the Frostbolt. Oh, nice. I can even just coin a 4 into a 4 instead of playing off curve. That's really good because I'm going second, so if my opponent don't develop anything on turn 1, I mean, you don't want to buck in here. Okay, that's fine, I guess. Here's a long-term goal. Buff your weapon. Oh man, if they just deadly poison there, that would have been hilarious. That was wrong. Why would I develop Tazdingo rather than Mech Yeti? No, that was wrong. That was just outright wrong. Misplay. Yeah, it so should have been Mech Yeti. Oh.
So many.
Oh, there's no excuse. There's no excuse. Pretty good. Play your weakest minion. Or your strongest minion. Be glad to see that as well. Testing for Vaporize.
Separate lines, please.
Can't see managers.
Separate lines, please.
Locks me out of my hero power for a while, I guess.
For the crusade.
It's pretty good. This. It's
No
fine.
ticket, eh?
You're in trouble now.
Three mana, 2/5. Okay. Also forces my opponent to not play their best card that turn, which is
Don't worry,
vastly
Lux, the
more
cavalry's
important.
here.
okay. Give me that ping value. Ooh, that's flame strike value right there. That's not good. That is really good for my opponent. Shit. Because it gives them more flexibility to use their weapons to remove minions rather than... like, 4 health a turn. That's really significant to a class like this.
Truth is my shield.
If you don't attack my face, I'll just... yeah, I'll destroy your daggers. see Kraken is pretty good. Interesting.
Truth is my shield.
So this sets it up in a position where I can kill that just by using the Divine Shield and a ping. Probably not going to happen in that way. My opponent's probably going to use their hero power, but it'll at least give me the ability to clean up the remainder. Or not. Or very not. Wowzers. That's really bad for me. Get it? So close. Okay, I get to take 14 face damage this turn, put me down to 10. Possible lethal in hand. Is Finicky Cloakfield the only thing that would have saved it? Darkscale Healer plus... Oh no, Reversing Switch and... the Armor Buff. The Armor Buff would have been the same, but the Reversing Switch would have been drastically worse for me. Because then my opponent would have had a 3-9. Which is much worse at the moment than a 9-1 that's going to trade. My opponent's way ahead. They're going to stop playing around Flamestrike. I've got 2 Flamestrike left in my deck. Pretty much going to need those to work out for me. That's not good. Bounce it back.
We must cleanse the Sunwell.
Flamestrike is like the only reasonable top deck right now. Probably Flamestrike. It's not enough though. It's really not enough. We need to draw a lot more late game. We've already lost our Sunwalker. We're in a pretty bad position,
Time
actually.
for a little blood.
It is time for a little blood. Would you preemptively attack with your weapon just so that you can secure a free range attack with your weapon next turn? Yes, definitely you should do that now. Face? No. 2-3. 2-3. Okay, you are very confident that you're going to be able to use your hero power next turn. So if I get a taunt, you're pretty sad about that. See, if you'd used it against this, you would have a different target. You'd have the ability to use your hero power on this, if you wanted. Probably don't, but if you wanted. Oh, that's bad. It's bad. Can't ping it. It's bad. Not good. It's bad. I need Master Jouster to hit as well. This is difficult. This is very difficult. I'm tempted to go face. Is that wrong? What? See, this could be so many different cards. It could be Assassinate. No, I can't go face. It's too likely that it's Assassinate. It's something my opponent has held for a while. It's too likely to be horrible for me. That's not horrible for me. Freeze is really the only one I'm scared of, I guess. Are you undefeated? You are defeated. This puts my opponent on an immediate clock. They kill at least one of these this turn without using their face or they lose. The other one's a spare part. You need freezing. Well played.
Well played.
Okay, so we managed to get back in that very much thanks to a top deck Flame Strike. But it's also worth saying that we do have 3 Flame Strikes in our deck, so it's not entirely unlikely that that happens. You know what is unlikely? Having 6 early game minions and almost never getting a 2-drop on turn 2. I know we got one for that game and like the previous game as well, but shut up. Allow me to continue complaining. Don't ignore the narrative. Sorry, don't ignore the... No, do ignore the reality. Engage in my narrative. Subject 0.
You asked for it. My
2-drop,
magic
can't throw
will
back.
tear you
No, but I'm
apart.
going first. I can't keep it. Unless my opponent coins a 2. I'm so unlikely to draw 2 that I'll just keep it. Correct decision, Ryan. I hate that that's correct. Yeah, worth it. I lose 1 mana worth of tempo, but... look at this hand. Look at this hand. If my opponent develops a... Oh my god, thank you. If I can get a 3-drop here, I might actually be able to seize the board. It's not a 3-drop, but it's enough. It's not a 3-drop, but it's at least... It's a card. It's a card that is playable. My opponent hasn't used their coin yet. Fuck. Queen Senjin, of course. That's even worse. That's pretty bad. That is pretty bad. Arcane Explosion and Cone of Cold are suddenly stupidly good.
I'm sorry.
Don't I want to play around them? So playing around them would be attacking in. I can't play around Cone of Cold. I can't. I can't do it. If it doesn't cost me anything to do, I'll play around Cone of Cold, but I can't try and do it right now. Thank you. It's fine. I can Bomb Lobber or Spellslinger, and Spellslinger can kill that by its... I'm into Spellslinger.
Wanted, dead or alive.
Dead or alive, I'm a cowboy. On a steel horse I ride. I love it so much. Yeah, you're my favorite card, but I hate you. But I love you, but I hate you. You suck so much.
I wonder.
We must cleanse the Sunwell.
That's a shame. Go face or...
I am undefeated. Job's done.
Yeah, that didn't work out well for me. So I could have avoided that by pinging the snowballed, which, in retrospect, almost definitely correct. Of course you got a hex. Why wouldn't you have gotten a hex?
Crusade!
Ooh, I could have played Mech Warper as well. Worth. Possibly worth.
You call that?
Yeah, that's it's a lot of value. Develop another minion that dies to Flame Strike on the field. Okay, now I have to Flame Strike. Especially because, you know, Cobra would just kill biggest minion I play. We have a devious plan. So we sap it back to hand instead of killing it.
You're in trouble now.
Pit fighter ping face. Now the plan is to make them spend 2 whole turns trying to develop that force tank max. Because then when it comes down again, I polymorph it and kill it. That's what that is. Interesting. I've actually got... Ooh. Flame Strike for them is now really good. I have to play into it, unfortunately.
Well played. Thank you.
Flame Strike ping this. Oh, this is just the worst shit-eating grin.
Thank you.
Oh, I love it. And then I kill that, and then I stamp eating Kodo. It's lovely. It's all beautiful. Oh man, that is... So I used 6 mana... No, let's call it 8, because I used the Fire Blast, and my opponent had to do that twice. Oh, the amount of tempo we just stole is incredible.
Knowledge is power, and
No, we don't have lethal.
Drogzor. Drogzor.
I can't reversing switch that, interestingly.
Tadingo.
I'm not going to Acidic Swamp Boost. I should have Acidic Swamp Boost. Yeah, I should have put it out on the board. If my opponent has Flame Strike or Blizzard, this is already pretty bad. If they don't have Flame Strike, I mean, because they just ping face Flame Strike. Kills everything because of the spell damage, right? But if they don't have it, that guarantees lethal.
What to do? What to do?
However, the real problem is, if they do have it, like, I'm not winning anyway. Like, developing a spider tank after everything has happened is not going to help me.
Bombs away!
Now that's a controlled field. So especially since my opponent's been top decking for a while, it's entirely likely that they don't really have any more kind of small detritus to throw out.
Well played.
No, Deathwing! No! You fucked me one too many times. Welcome to being fucked by your own fiery dick. They don't know what to do. They have no clue what to do. They are so mad. They're so mad about it. Their Deathwing play, they've been spending this entire arena. They got to 8 wins and something amount of losses. All building up to this one moment that they get to play Deathwing. And they lose as a result. And they're salty too. They're so salty. Look at this. They even roped me. They're so salty about it. Nine and 2. I don't remember what my average for mage is. I'm gonna have to guess that it's 5, just because my average for a lot of the classes I haven't played a lot in TGT is 5. But this is already significantly above that, so it'll bring up my average win rate per run, which is like 6.35 or 6.45 or something at the moment. Which, I don't mean to brag, but I'm really happy about that, actually. Really pleased with myself. Excellent. I thought the Mech Whopper was a fucking, the Death Touch 3-drop. What's it called again? I don't have a 3-drop, so I'm not gonna coin, because it doesn't fix my curve unless I draw a 3. I thought it was the Cobra, the Emperor Cobra for a reason. Okay, excellent, we found this map. Cool. So, some entrepreneurial bastards on Reddit have found that the more you click, which you can probably actually even hear me clicking right now. I'll do it near the microphone. But the more you click on this, the more experience your archer earns in the background, which is really interesting. So it actually gets more accurate over time. If you click enough, yeah, look, I'm starting to hit bullseyes. Oh shit, if I fucking... Oh, if I had that 3 out. If I had that Mech Warper out, we would win. So if I play Mech Warper, they trade, obviously. But this gives them the chance not to trade and for me to buff it with a Shattered Sun to trade. Oh no, but I would have had to coin it anyway, so I wouldn't have a Shattered Sun for this turn. Never mind. So yeah, your archer gets better, and you start to get chances to split your own arrow down the center. That's really good for me. Do I develop Mech Warper? No, I rectify my curve and go for this. Because then if this isn't removed, I just Goblin Blast Mage. So I just skip the Mech Warper entirely. I don't need the bonus from it. See how I'm sitting a lot more? No matter how accurate you get, you still have just a random chance, no one knows, I think it's like 1-2% or something, to hit this archer. Hit this once. Twice is fine. So I want to see if I can get a perfectly accurate archer and split an arrow. I wanted to... Ooh, that was a particularly bad one. Did I, like, stop clicking for too long and my archer, like, devalued himself? Okay, yeah, correct trade. That's pretty good for me.
The Sunwell.
See, 66% of the time, Bomb Lobber is amazing because it kills either one of these. Excellent. Yeah, but if it misses, if it doesn't kill the Imp Gang boss, it gets a really good hit back on the Bomb Lobber. Not really happy about that. Yeah. There's some things that I can't allow to have happen. I should have known that was coming. I ping that, I give my opponent 3/1/1s, they trade them all in, and then they develop their board. What do I even do as a response to that? How do I deal with that? I develop a Mech Warper. To trade, attack, but they can't kill the Mech Warper. Not with their current board. So I actually get a developed board out of that. And then I'm probably going to have to ping next turn anyway, because I don't have the requisite... Yeah, that's correct. I play the Mech Warper instead of ping right now.
Portals online.
Whee! Hit that center, baby! Play that funky archery, white boy. Play that funky archery, white. Yeah. Initially, when this game came out, I played a little, like the archery thing. I played a little bit of it and I'm like, there's not really any depth nor complexity to this. I don't know why Ben Brode said it was his favorite part of the new expansion. I now know why. This is fun on a bun. I mean, if you're not going to develop anything with the extra mana, it doesn't matter that you played a Flame of the Lake. Flame of the Lake? What is wrong with my brain? Fuck, I can 50-50 it with the Bomb Lobber. That's... ping, attack. Try and go for the thing. I don't know if I even want to kill that right now.
Wanted, dead or alive.
It's pretty good. So they'd be scared to attack for a bunch of reasons. Like, it doesn't matter. They're never gonna know whether or not that's, obviously they know it's not a good hunter secret. Or they think it's not a good hunter secret because there's so many hunter secrets that you wouldn't pick when they came up in Arena. You'll never know what this one is until you trigger it. You can go through a bunch of different case scenarios, whether or not you trigger stuff. Ooh, lose another card. Oh, that's a 4-stack bass. Pretty bad card to lose. Okay, there's 2 targets for Bomb Lobber to hit here that are pretty good. So it'd be interesting if the 2-3 attacks face, then the 5-5 gets blocked by the 3-3 taunt. Or you do that way. That's also interesting. Because now if you develop your board, you die to Flame Strike. Yeah, you still kind of die to Flame Strike. Not entirely, but you still kind of die to Flame Strike.
Pass me that arc light scanner.
Yeah, I should probably still Flame Strike. That's pretty good. That's a pretty good Flame Strike right there, especially considering I still have 2 more in my deck. Sorry. I held up 3 fingers, and then I looked at them and I was like... 2 Flame Strikes left in my deck.
The dancing master.
The Dancing Queen, young and pristine, only 17. Dun 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 dun.
I'll put it on your tab.
Feel the beat of the tangerine. Oh, I think it's tangerine, right? The more my opponent taps, basically with the North Sea Kraken on the field, if you tap, you're putting yourself in lethal range.
I am the dancing
Right now, the lethal range that you'd be putting yourself in is Pyroblast. But I basically need to exhaust as much of their health as I possibly can right now, so they can't afford to tap at all, ever. Shadow Flame. I forgot about Shadow Flame. I was thinking, I can play around some stuff here. Interesting. Well played. You should have tried to trigger the piloted shredder again, because I do already have lethal on board. Okay. I mean, that's one of, I want to say, 3 2-mana taunts. I'm looking at that. I'm looking at Annoyatron and Mech Bear Cub. It's not even called Mech Bear Cub. I always just call it Mech Bear Cub for no reason. Bear Cub? It's the Druid one. The Druid Mech. It's a 2/2, and you can choose it to have +1 attack or +1 defense, and it has strength. It's sorry, taunt. It has taunt. I can't remember. Can't recall it. 10 and 2. Yay! It's pretty good. It's a very important thing for all of you people doing driving lessons to remember. Keep your hands at 10 and 2.
The light shall bring
It's just something I hear colloquially. I'm not driving. I don't have any confidence in my ability to draw 2. Evidently, my confidence was not misplaced. Dear Lord. Oh, this arena is already too long. Oh no. This, if this episode is up late, I supremely apologize, but this episode is already very long. Which is gonna make it very, very difficult to get up on time. Okay, I need to scare my opponent into thinking I'm gonna play a mirror entity, or, alternatively, top deck a mirror entity. Okay. 1 card in 25. Just believe in the heart of the cards with me. If you believe well enough, and if I believe well enough, and we both cross our fingers, like a little bit like this, just to cross our fingers on this, we can do it. We can band together. And I guess it doesn't really matter if we do it anymore. Yeah, it's a mech wall. It's a card. So you want to kill the mech warper so that I can't develop a thing. But then you do that, and then I develop the Senjin Shield Master, which has the ability to kill the spider tank on the backswing. So, not that bad. Priest is in a uniquely good position for destroying my life. Because I'm not going to be able to kill the stuff that you generate, because you're going to heal it up. But, like, attack heal is particularly strong in terms of, Oh, fuck me. Wowzers. Not okay. Not okay. Oh, boy. We're not in a good position. Yeah, this is going to be a match that we need to be carried by our flame strikes. Not okay. So I can see them trying to attack that and then get value out of it, but if they have to anti-tempo themselves that hard, maybe we can get back into this game, because we have such a significant card disadvantage. Look, they have 7 + 1. We're on the draw, sure. Well, we're not even on the draw. So it's, it's just... It's 7 ways bad for us. If they developed more minions, we might be okay, because then we'd have Flame Strike to rely on. That's not enough minions. Now, I'll ping that so they can't attack and then heal it. They have to heal it before they attack. Unless, of course, they want to attack this one. But if they want to attack this one, well, they can't put themselves in any way out of position of Flame Strike. Basically, as soon as a priest gets a foothold on the field, you need to start worrying a lot, because they can just heal their minions and get constant value out of it and just nickel and dime you until you lose. They're 2 cards deeper in their deck than we are. We have 4. I mean, like, we're not in a good position. If they develop another minion here, I'll Flame Strike.
Not too quickly.
Not another minion. Tempted to Flame Strike anyway. I can't.
First kill.
Should have done the draw first, just in case it gave me something I wanted to use. Light's actually pretty good. This doesn't play significantly into much stuff. I mean, losing a 4/2 minion to Holy Nova is still pretty bad, but...
I must consider.
God. You can hear! I start speaking a lot less. Yeah, there's the Holy Nova. Oh, time rewinder. Cool. There's a heal.
Let the dark in.
I need to play like I don't have Flame Strike until they believe that I don't, and then they play into it. So many cards. They've also got the spell that I gave them. Well, they've got the spell that I gave them, they've also got a spare part.
I must consider.
So not all of the cards are amazing. It's pretty bad. It is pretty bad. That is insurmountably bad. Yeah, that's the end of our game. Too many things.
Let the dark in.
Okay, so now I've played the Flame Strike that I was holding for so long. Stop playing around Flame Strike, please. Oh, it's not okay. Just develop a big board. If you heal that, I lose. No, you nerd.
We must cleanse the Sunwell.
Powering up. Portals online.
Yeah, I should have buffed that. I'm on tilt. I really am. Just... Oh, so many cards. How do you deal with this many cards? I can't even Flame Strike anymore, you fuck knuckle. I'm so dead. Yeah, that's it. I can't do anything. I lose. Well played. That's a good priest deck. So,
Thank you.
double Holy Nova, Velen's Chosen, good curve. Yeah, it's a pretty good deck. So I can try and prevent myself from dying for a long time, which is not really gonna work. There's, like, absolutely nothing I can do. I'm setting myself up to ping this so that I can Flame Strike to kill the 4/4. I'm so dead. There's nothing in my entire deck that can deal with any of that. Oh well. 10 and 3 is still completely fine. I have to call the thing Spellslinger. I just have to do it because Spellslinger has just been so important in a commentary stance because it gave me all of the things to sing, which I enjoyed. I only got a 30 gold benefit out of that. Like, it feels like arena rewards are getting worse. Like, I don't want to cause, oh, double villains chosen just to fuck with me. Yeah, I don't want to, like, speak out of turn possibly about it, but it really does feel like a lot of the rewards for arena are getting worse, because I just did, like, a particularly good arena. That is, like, 10 wins and 3 losses. That's 13, 10 out of 13. What's 10 out of 13? I want to figure out my win rate for that, at least. Shit, I'll do it. Google, what is my win rate? 10 out of 13. For a percentage, thank you. Yeah, 76-ish. Right. Yeah, 79. Sorry, 70, 79, 77, basically. So, yeah, that's a 77% win rate. Which is really, really high. And I still only got 30 more gold than I entered the arena with. I think the fact that Arcane Dust can be given to you as a reward should be removed. If I can be as bold as to say that, because when you can get Arcane Dust as a reward, 90 Arcane Dust is apparently worth 90 gold because they value them on a 1-to-1 ratio, but it's not equal to someone who plays Arena. To someone who plays Constructed, maybe, because you want all that dust so you can craft things, but to someone who plays Arena, you want more gold so you can play more Arena. And I think Blizzard has this huge problem where they don't really care about people who want to just play Arena. They look at Arena and say, oh, this is something you can do while you're not playing Constructed. Which is really wrong because there's this huge Arena community of people who only play Arena. I mean, look at the top streamers. Crip does play Constructed, yes, but he's an Arena streamer. Ratsmo, Arena streamer. Hafu, Arena streamer. Trump used to be an Arena streamer, now Constructed streamer, right? There's this huge community for it that they're just really undervaluing, and I don't like the way they're doing it. And now I sound like a crotchety old man because I'm grumbling about, oh yes, you should treat us better, that kind of thing. I don't want to sound like that, but at the same time, please do. Arena warriors matter. Basically what I'm saying here. But not just the warriors, but anyone who plays Arena. We matter, damn it. My name has been Rhapsody, the name of the game has been Hearthstone Arena, the name of the deck has been Spellslinger. Because we were wanted, dead or alive. Hopefully you've been enjoying yourself as much as I have. If you have, please click like. It does help me get my content out to new people. There's also a playlist in the description down below with all of my content on Hearthstone Arena, ranked, adventures, and Tavern Brawl past, present, and future. And hopefully, we'll see you next time.